The key intel. We can't wait till Jim's able to talk to some sources. But you can also see the Bilderberg mouthpieces more and more out in the open, trying to deal with the 24-hour news cycle. They're a lot more public, Bilderberg Group members in basically pushing the agenda. And undoubtedly, within days of the meeting ending, we'll see their spin on what their real agenda is. But yeah, certainly they're gearing up to go into Iran. That's back on the front burner. Certainly they're using this whole Mediterranean thing with Israel as a new way to kick stuff off. The whole North Korean peninsula, the George Washington mega aircraft carrier going off the coast of North Korea. I mean, war is their only card right now, or giant false flag terror attack.
That's the downside to the wonderful awakening, is that they always, in the end, resort to what you just said, the only card that they can play without much interference, and that's the war card. And that's, I don't even have to go into why that's bad or how unfortunate that is. But yeah, you have a rotating prime minister in Japan. They can't seem to decide on one. They have, of course, the BP spewing of the oil in the Gulf. They've got things that, whether they cause these things to happen, they've got things they can exploit. And so they've got a lot of variables, maybe, but in the end, you're right. War with Iran, as Jim Tucker has reported, has been a major Bilderberg goal, perhaps on behalf of Israel. Maybe there's an element there. And then the IMF as a world treasury, perhaps the World Health Organization as a World Health Department, maybe using some swine flu-like excuse or something. But at the same time, maybe war gets a little messy for them on occasion. Maybe they can only fight on so many fronts, because they'll wake up the peasants even more. The media coverage has been the most heartening thing to see here. The police haven't been too rough yet. We still got about 3 days of Bilderberg to go, and we're going to be doing everything humanly possible to get accurate information and to try and get them to release some sort of press release, something, even put on a semblance of openness, although I know it's not real meaningful. But I think we need to force their hand on that.
Well said, Mark Anderson. I look forward to having you pop back on sometime tomorrow when you've got more intel of what's happening. We're going to work on getting Jim on coming up in the last hour, about an hour and 15 minutes from now, to get him to pop in. I know he's got jet lag and is exhausted and trying to make his way up to his room right now. So I'm going to put you on hold with my producer here in just a moment, so you guys can try to work that out, because you're there basically assisting Mr. Tucker. But before you go, tell folks how they can subscribe to the American Free Press and get all these detailed reports that'll come out in the next few days on Bilderberg.
Online, it's AmericanFreePress.net. That's AmericanFreePress.net. Call 888-699-NEWS. That's 888-699-NEWS for subscription information, or if you want to just get a specific insert or issue. And then you can get a 16 weeks for 1776 trial subscription during the holidays. Sometimes it's 16 weeks for $16. That's 4 months of the foremost leading national news weekly, and it's among the independent media like yours and Republic Magazine that is really trying to sort of dislodge the corporate media in America and show that there's other voices out there.
Absolutely. We're going to break here in about 2 minutes, so I want to speak to you during the break, but I'm going to hand you over to Jaron right now. We'll talk to you again soon, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it.
You bet. We'll get Mark Anderson on tomorrow or Sunday. Sunday might be the show, live 4 to 6 p.m. Central. We do shows 6 days a week here, if you just tuned in. Because so much happens over the weekend, I do a 2-hour abbreviated broadcast transmission because so much is happening. But maybe we should work on getting Tucker and Anderson on then as well, because then they'll have all their notes in hindsight and we can get some real intel, because things are just now kicking off. It starts officially Thursday. Some arrive on the Wednesday, and then they have the meeting Thursday evening, Friday, Saturday they play golf generally, and then Sunday they leave. And we always get valuable info from Tucker.